Hi, Sally Walker here, your hormone and slow age expert, and welcome to my Happy Health blog. So I'm talking about longevity. You want my secrets? Well, I've got a list of them here actually. They're called Habits Linked to Longevity, and you can read them down there as well, but let me just give you some of them here. So what are the habits? What are the longevity habits? What are the secrets? My secrets. Sleep right. Very, very important, okay? So develop a sleep routine that includes 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night, because this is where you are going to build and repair yourself, okay? Ideally from around 10 p.m., okay? Maybe not every night it's 10 p.m., but as many nights as possible. So 7 to 8 hours of sleep. This seems to be clinically, scientifically, the number which is best for us all, especially in the hours before midnight. So avoid overeating. So limit your calories, or do intermittent fasting, or buy some plates which are smaller, this kind of thing. You want to limit the amount that you are eating. So I don't like counting calories, so I would rather prefer that you limit the number of hours where you are eating. For example, that your eating window, as we call it, is somewhere around 8 hours, maybe 10 hours, maybe as little as 6 hours every now and again if you want to make a difference, okay? So that means that if you start eating your breakfast at 7 o'clock and you count the 8 hours, it's going to be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that doesn't work for a lot of people. So do it the other way around. So if you like having your evening meal about 7 in the evening and you've got an 8-hour window, you're going to start eating around 11 o'clock in the morning, aren't you? Work with it, try, see if there's something for you. But if you're going to try it, give it a few days, maybe a week, etc., because you will be happy with this. Absolutely. So, stop eating the crap. So get the crap out, as they said in the book Younger Next Year. So you want to start eating the way you know you should be eating, but you're not. So you want to keep your tummy flat. This is a really important one. So do everything you can to avoid visceral fat. So visceral fat is the deep and dangerous stuff, right? On your tummy, you've got 2 lots of fat and you've got a muscle tissue in between. So the fat on top of the muscle tissue, called subcutaneous, is not dangerous. Not necessarily pretty, is it? It's a bit wiggly woggly and it's not necessarily pretty, but it's not dangerous. It's the fat underneath the muscle tissue, the fat which makes you look as if you've got a football in there. This is the deep and dangerous stuff, and this is going to increase your risk for all kinds of disease, and it will absolutely decrease your lifespan. Okay, so stay physically active. So regular exercise, movement, physical activity, every single day. Absolutely. And exercise maybe 6 times a week, but definitely some kind of physical activity every day. About 30 minutes would be really good. And you want to focus on that high intensity strength type training exercises, because you want to build muscle tissue. That is so important. I can't emphasize that enough, how important building and keeping strong muscles are, and you can read more about it down below in some of the articles, okay? So here's a funny one, because drinking tea and coffee actually in moderate consumption actually seems to be beneficial for healthy aging and longevity. Interesting, isn't it? Yes. So if you like having a nice cup of coffee in the morning, as I do, then continue, because apparently it's good for longevity. Don't smoke. I mean, there's nothing good to say about smoking at all, is it? Is there? So really do what you can to stop the smoking. It is going to be aging you quite enormously. Yeah. Alcohol, okay, moderate. I would recommend 1 unit per day. And it doesn't really matter which one, actually. If it's if you like having a whiskey, or if you like having a beer, or you like having a glass of wine, it's the quantity. It's not the quality as such. Yeah, it's just how much alcohol is going in. A little bit of alcohol has some very positive effects on the body, but too much alcohol has the absolute opposite. It will decrease your lifespan. So be happy. Now, find ways to be happy. Put some music on, have a dance around if you're in a bad mood. Change your mood. It is actually relatively easy to do. But there's a review of many studies that shows that happy people may live up to 18% longer than their less happy counterparts. And being optimistic, optimistic outlook on life may also extend your lifespan. Yeah? Avoiding chronic stress, anxiety, that kind of thing. Yes, so the opposite of happy, basically. Finding ways to reduce your stress levels is going to be very important. So now we've got the friend bit again. So keep your friends close, okay? So nurturing close relationships and making new friends is a good thing. Yeah, absolutely. And being committed, So as I said in one of the other videos, people that are more self-disciplined, organized, efficient, and goal-orientated may live longer. They tend to be happier as well, Yeah. Now, this is a really, really important thing. You gotta find your passion, people. Especially if you're stopping with your work now. You've got to find a reason to get up and get out of bed every day that makes you happy, that makes you feel important, that gives you pleasure. Find it. Now, ladies, I know that your desires in life change. So around the mid-40s, normally this will happen. It's because of the drop in estrogen. So your passion now to be a mum in every way is declining. And now you need to find your new passion in life. And many of you know exactly what it is, and many of you not quite so sure. But lots of you are nervous about this because you're thinking, I don't feel like a mum anymore. It's okay. It's okay. Find your new passion, because this will make you happy, and this will help you age with vitality, with you're going to look good, for goodness sake. You're going to keep everything functioning well when you are doing something that you are passionate about. The other thing which is really good here, the last thing on the list is try something new. Okay, so do something you have never done before. Now, this might be an exercise routine. That could easily be do an exercise you've never done before. Go learn to do paddle tennis or something, yeah? Or it could be a new work thing. So I had to develop under lockdown. Everyone had to change, didn't they? So I had to get used to all this online stuff, and my goodness, it's so challenging, and it demands that I become knowledgeable about things that I wasn't knowledgeable about before, and it didn't really interest me. But I need to do this, and as I do these things, I feel stronger. I feel more empowered. It's amazing. So learn something completely new. Learn a language, learn to cook food, learn to fix your car. I don't know, whatever you want to learn. But make sure that you're continually developing your body and your mind. Happy hormones, happy life.